Okay, you guys. I'm gonna put some music on real quick and I'll be back. Alright guys, I'm back. Okay, so I'm just gonna go live for a little bit, for a short period of time. I have to go in about maybe 45 minutes or so. Man, so I was listening to Marantz here, and I don't know how to address this subject, because it's such a stupid thing for this man to have to go through. This man has been putting out information, the right information, to help people like me, like somebody who just new to the market and wanted to learn more about anything, right? Anything, the stock market, right? And for him to have to go through all this, and for those of you who don't know, I'm sure if you watch Marantz, you know what's going on. It's people who have lost their investment in Bed Bath & Beyond go after him and his family. Now, my heart go out to him, as a person who sees these things, and I'm thinking, like, this is why people don't want to speak the truth, because it's just it seems like you're speaking against somebody who have the power to go after somebody who may have the right information for you, right? And to save you, to prevent you from doing something stupid to your portfolio, losing money. And there are people going to not listen to this type of thing because, again, the emotion runs high, right? When you're investing in something that you think is some way because of some people telling you to invest in because of their cause. We all want to fight the good and evil. I mean, the good. We all want to fight the evil in this world, right? And we want to be on the right side of the history. I guess I'm just ranting here, but to have to feel like the more you tell the truth, the more you kind of run into this type of thing, right? And just want to go shout out to Marantz and give you I don't know, I just feel like my heart goes to you, Marantz. Like, if you watch this video, I don't know how you deal with this type of thing, and you are a strong man. Like, I could feel it with your energy every time you talk, on live streams and all that stuff, and you're a real person. I know that, and that's why I resonate with watching your video, knowing from since the beginning, right? But I hope you stay strong, and all of the subscriber, I'm sure we all love you and, supporting your every move that you make, right? Whether you decide to do whatever with these people. And I just hope that justice will serve, that good will prevail over evil in this world, and that these people would just be put away. Right? Whoever is responsible to do this to your family, and man, and to just going after your son too, man, this is too much, right? And so I just want to kind of make this short live stream kind of dedicated to you. Now, I'm going to pull it back to, the whole story of Bed Bath & Beyond, right? I made a video before about this as well. And it seems like the narrative this is the video that I made about 8 months ago, right here, about Bed Bath & Beyond, right? And of course, like, the narrative is that Rayn Cohen is in here, and he's just muttering the water and Bed Bath & Beyond, and he was unsuccessful, and he's gotten involved. He's invested in Bed Bath & Beyond, which is true that he did invest in Bed Bath & Beyond, but the news never tell you the truth here. Now, I'm going to play my video here. I'm going to put it on speed a little bit because I'm very slow talking. So, shameless plug, I guess. No, I'm kidding. I just want you to kind of listen to this, and it seems like there's a whole bunch of people watching this too. So this might be a review to you, but let's listen in real quick. Alright guys, I'm back with another video. Of course, this is Yahoo Finance. I've done clips on them before, and of course they're well biased towards one side, and I have to say, hey, I'm biased as well, because I like Rayn Cohen. I don't like this segment, so I might be biased here, so please take my comment as a opinion only here. But in this segment, I still have no proof of Rayn Cohen taking a stake in Nordstrom, but if they report that and saying it with certainty, I'll believe them. But as far as filing today, I have not seen it yet. Again, it might take some time for the filing to come out, so I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt here. But this segment, of course, they're discussing Rayn Cohen. What is he doing with this company? And this gentleman here, very, very opinionated, to say the least, about Rayn Cohen. So let me just play this short clip here so you could see And I'll link the video down below.
So Rayn Cohen has taken a position here. A source tells me now Nordstrom is responding that they have, in a statement to Yahoo Finance, they've not had any, Mr. Cohen hasn't sought any discussions with us in several years. And this goes back to, I think, my long-running thesis on Rayn Cohen. It's unclear what he's trying to do with these companies, because what he did at Bed Bath & Beyond was essentially squat. And I don't know what his plan here is.
Now, with the stuff that he said about Bed Bath & Beyond, it's his opinion, and he stated that too, which I appreciate. However, some people might not know that. You are a news channel, so at the very least, before you offer your opinion, you need to report the facts as well. So here's the facts about Bed Bath & Beyond and why it fails, in my opinion, because I'm not a news channel here, okay? All right, so he wrote, when he took the state of Bed Bath & Beyond back in March of last year, he wrote the letter to the T, laying down his strategy. And if you read the whole letter, I'll link down below as well for those who wants to, do your own research here. He laid out step by step of what the board should do, right? Other than, lower the salary of the executive, that's one, right? And then also two, sell out your asset, your most important asset, in order to take care of the Bed Bath & Beyond stuff. And that is to sell out Bye Bye Baby. And at the time, he was evaluating at $1.2 billion. Now, with that $1.2 billion, it might be more or might be less, depends on who's bidding on the company at the time. I'm sure there were like prospective buyer who wants to buy the company because it was the most profitable one. Of course, people are going to want to buy it. Yeah, did they do that? No, they did not. What did they do? They stay on course, shut down, lay off a whole bunch of people, shut down 20% of the store, get on more debt. I don't know who gave them the debt, but it was like to the tune of close to $1 billion more debt, right? And what did they do after that? Share offerings, right? It's like, if they had done what Rayn Cohen suggests, I'm sure they would still be alive right now. At the moment, I'm sure their stock price would have been at $20. And guess what? At that time, the float was lower, right? It was like 67 million shares outstanding. And to say that Bed Bath & Beyond failed because he went in it, that's misleading your audience here. But anyway, so seek to monetize the ultimate destination for babies. Like, if you don't want to sell it, then focus on this brand right here, because that's the most important and most niche type of business. And I think he goes for this niche group like gaming, that's a niche, and now baby, that's a niche. Everyone loves games. Everybody loves baby. So do it well, one section, and don't focus on the other Bed Bath & Beyond stuff, right? So did they adopt that strategy? No, they did not. Yeah, and then of course, there's a whole bunch here. I'm not going to go through it because, it's going to be too long. I don't want to make the video too long. But again, very negative about Rayn Cohen and what he is trying to accomplish. And we know that the news are biased because these people are paid to do these things, right? Are paid to pump up stocks that they want you to buy at a higher price, right? But the company that actually is trying to do better is growing. They don't want you to be in there because they would rather you buying that company 10 years from now when it's $100 a share versus $20 a share right now. Does that make sense? So again, very biased here. So that's all I have for this one. So have a good day. Bye. All right. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining. But anyway, so that was my video that I made 8 months ago about Bed Bath & Beyond, how it really was. And of course, shout out to Marantz too. That was the inspiration from his video about Bed Bath & Beyond and all that stuff. And, the news media coverage ever since, Rayn Cohen got into Bed Bath & Beyond. And of course, I'll link the letter here on this live stream so that you guys who have are not familiar with the storyline, what happened in Bed Bath & Beyond, you could go and take a look for it yourself. Now, as far as reading here, you guys are better at reader than me, so I'll leave you to that. But the short story is that Rayn Cohen is was trying to turn the company around, right? But the leadership didn't want to, and we see why. We know why. If you haven't seen the Connected Dots series from Marantz channel, you do that, and it's so easy to see why these people come after him, right? And again, I hope justice is served to these people who does this thing to innocent person, Like, again, this guy's trying to help people by telling people the truth, information that people might want to see, right? And I'm going to tie it back to Chewy, right? Rayn Cohen, right? And I've said this before. It seems like good people have been targeted in this world, and this is a theme, right? And it's almost like, what is going on, right? Why are evil people seems to have more sway, more influence over this world? Why, right? So you have to ask yourself, and every turn that you look into it, right, rather than with Rayn Cohen, for example, versus other CEOs out there. I'm not saying that every single CEO in America are evil. I'm just saying that they are, cut from a different cloth, so it seems. But for me, the reason why I resonate with people like Marantz, resonate with people like Rayn Cohen, okay, is because of the honesty that I could feel coming from what they're saying, in their words, in their in their delivery, that they're not there to gain something like so. They're not there to scam anyone or to mislead people into doing things that doesn't benefit them, right? But anyway, so I was watching this, rewatching this. I watched this before, and this is a reason why I am so resonating with Rayn Cohen here. It's because of this. So this is back in the Chewy day, of course. I don't think I've shown this particular one before, but I want you to listen to Rayn Cohen's word here. Again, this is 4 years ago, so back then, Yahoo Finance and all of these news outlets, were very, look how happy this person is, right? Look how happy this person is. Versus now when they cover GameStop. Anytime they do that, you see in their facial expression. So I want you to kind of make that comparison, right? Now, keep in mind, again, this is from Chewy days. So let's watch this together.
Online pet retailer Chewy made its debut on the New York Stock Exchange about an hour ago. The company opened at $36 a share. It is now trading, as you can see, dramatically higher than what it priced at $22 a share. Are we going to pull up the Chewy?
It's up, what, 75%?
Yeah, it's up about 73% right now. Joining us is Chewy founder Rayn Cohen. Now, you sold the company to BC Partners to PetSmart, but this has got to be a wonderful day for you to watch what you created do so well.
Absolutely. No, it is so special. I am so proud of what we have accomplished. It's been an incredible 8 years, and so much went into this, so much sacrifice, dedication, an amazing team of people who, followed me and helped execute and, on that vision of building the largest pet retailer in the world. And it's just amazing to watch the success of it in the public markets.
To what do you attribute the success of the company, Rayn? I'm curious because just like there's a lot of competition online for selling everything, there's a lot of competition for selling pet products. What is it that makes Chewy an appealing proposition aside from an Amazon, which sells pet products alongside everything else?
Yeah, I would say that, being focused on a category where the customers are so fanatical. And so, when it comes to e-commerce, it's table stakes when it comes to fast shipping, being competitively priced and having that selection. But then when you think what we do at Chewy in terms of creating those special experiences and the handwritten holiday cards and the pet portraits and the flowers, 24/7 customer service, and customers call us, they want to know what are the best grain-free foods, what are the best weight loss foods. You're talking to a pet parent, and our customers realize that we truly care. We care about them and we care about their pets, and we're bringing a human element to e-commerce. And I think within this category, that's really important.
Hey Rayn, Kevin Mon here. What's next for Chewy? Are you going to look to get more customers? Are you going to look to become profitable by decreasing your delivery costs? Or are you going to look to dive deeper into the existing customers you have by selling them more pet product?
Yeah, I think that really is up to the management team at Chewy today. I think the company has outlined in the roadshow presentation different levers for for growth. I would say just within the U.S. market, obviously, though, and Chewy's core business is still under-penetrated. There's 11 million customers. It makes up, roughly about 10% share. And so there's still lots of runway just within the U.S., just with, within its core business.
You talk about the runway, but I'm curious, and a former pet owner, because unfortunately our dog is no longer with us, but I still have the collar. So I totally I get the emotional connection all of us have, and 85 million households have a pet. But when you talk about runway to grow this business, the company you created today already has over 50% of the online market for pet delivery and is losing huge amounts of money. I know we want them to succeed, but what do you see in what's going on right now that tells you they will?
Yeah, I mean, when you look at the company and you look at the short-term losses, our governor of growth has always been free cash flow. And so the company from 2014 to 2018 has gone from 200 million in sales to 3.5 billion in sales and has roughly burned through about 140 million bucks. And all of that money has been spent on new customer acquisition and opening up future fulfillment centers. And so at any point, we could have had a profitable business many years ago had we scaled down the marketing spend. But really, the strategy has been execute on scale and market leadership. And the vision has been, build the largest pet retailer in the world.
Ryan, what are you going to do now? Are you going to sit at home and count your proceeds, or are you figuring out what to do with those proceeds? Maybe what business you're going to invest them now?
No, I'm 33, and I've learned retirement sucks, and so I'm talking to lots of different businesses and entrepreneurs, and I'm figuring out what's next, and maybe I'll start another business. Who knows?
You just gave us a great headline. Retirement sucks.
Yeah, well,
Thank you, Ryan.
If you're 33, that's safe to say.
Too young to retire. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
We'll keep in touch and figure out what you're doing next. Appreciate it. Take care.
Totally. Thanks, you.
Rayn Cohen, founder of Chewy.
Yes. So he's 37 now, right? 4 years ago. This is 33, so plus 4, 37. So, but yeah, I showed you that it's because I wanted people to realize that when you listen to people, take it to heart, right? Meaning like, well, to me anyway, like when I listen to these type of people, it gives me hope that humanity is actually, in a better place than it used to be, right? To hear him describe how dedicated he is, just focusing on, making the best thing, the best company to delight customer, right? And not at all costs, but it's more like, what can you do to provide that good and services to people? And the best one at that, right? That you show the customer that you care about them and all that stuff. The same model as Jeff Bezos did, right? When he developed Amazon, that they sacrifice short-term gain over a long-term growth and strength of the company. So what makes you think he's not going to do the same thing with GameStop, right? To me, this is why they all attacking, Ryan Cohen, and of course Marantz too, because we are all right about this company. This is just how I feel too. That the reason why there's so much attack on this company is because we're all right about this company. So, yeah, so that's all I have for this one. Actually, I'm gonna stay a little bit longer, and I'm gonna hold on, show you one more here. Hold on, let's see, this is CNBC covering about Ryan Cohen being named executive chairman. This is before he became the CEO of the company, and let's see how this network now covered him. Okay, let's listen then.
Melissa Lee just did a documentary on Ryan Cohen, the meme king. She's here, I was going to say the meme queen now is here, along with our own Steve Kovac, and it's really great to have you both to kind of explain the significance of this move and why, Melissa, do you think they went in this direction?
It's almost not surprising because they've had 5 CEOs in the past 5 years. They've had 3 CFOs in the past 5 years. 2 of the managers who they brought in as part of this big shakeup that Ryan Cohen initially embarked on when he was named as chairman of the board back in 2021, June of 2021, they've left. So this is a company that has been in real chaos. in turnover ever since he took over. And he tends to run things as if he owns the place because he's so used to being the boss. I mean, think about his background. He started Chewy, right? Sold it for $3.35 billion. At the time, the biggest e-commerce transaction to that time.
Wow.
And so he is an entrepreneurial
How big a
genius,
shareholder
some would
is he
say.
in GameStop?
He's the biggest shareholder. I think it's 10%. Is just over 10%, something like that.
So he doesn't own it, but he is certainly influential.
Yes.
You said he runs it like he owns it.
He runs it like he's the sole proprietor.
Like he's
Let's
the
put it
sole-
that way.
Effective CEO now with this
yes,
change? Yeah.
He is the effective CEO, and I think that's exactly what he wanted.
Steve, what do people in the video game world, and maybe this is too niche of a question to ask, but what do they think GameStop's best opportunity is right now? The last time we really heard they were going to try to shake things up with NFTs, and I can imagine that hasn't gotten much traction.
I want to read you guys something from their earnings call. I think this was last fall, and this is from Furlong, the fired CEO. Here's what he said. The launch of our NFT marketplace supports GameStop's pursuit of long-term growth in the cryptocurrency, NFT, and Web3 gaming verticals. I don't even understand what that means. They launched this NFT platform, I think it was June or July of last year. It has not taken off. In fact, yesterday in their 10Q filing, they said it was non-material. They don't even generate enough sales to report the revenue on this. This was supposed to save the company. This was supposed to turn the company around. And basically what happened was if you go to the website of their NFT, it's like just junk. There's no real IP there.
Wasn't that itself a Rayn Cohen idea? I mean, wasn't he the one, maybe I'm wrong, but who was supposed to come in with these kind of like nouveau ways to do business?
Back then, when you mentioned NFT as part of a business, you gained whatever percentage in your stock. So that was like the hot thing. But if you take a look at what has actually changed for GameStop since Rayn Cohen took over, not that much. Yes, they have more cash on the balance sheet. They had reported a profitable quarter, but they have revenue declines. They've been cost cutting. Almost every single line of their business has been in decline on a revenue basis, except for hardware this quarter. And the only reason why it's up, a lot of analysts say, is because there were supply chain issues with some of the consoles last year.
Their losses narrowed, right, in the most recent quarter, but that was probably because
Cost
they
cutting.
cost cut,
Cost cutting.
not because they were
expenses
literally
came
making
down,
more money.
Labor costs came down. Those things, but that only gets you so much, right? And then what happens? It's still mostly a bricks and mortar business. It's still mostly a hardware-focused business.
Are its days as a meme stock over?
That's hard to say because look at just the reaction in the shares yesterday just on just one thing. And also in the run-up to earnings yesterday, I think it was up 5 or 6% before the markets closed. So it trades like that just before earnings. So there is a meminess still to it. I don't know if you agree, but yeah, it's still on that. And look, back to the gaming point, though, I know we've been talking about this since the meme craze started, but the video game industry is changing. It is no longer hardware driven. It's moving more and more towards subscription and streaming and downloads, and you don't go to a physical retailer for that. So the NFT bit was supposed to help them kind of offset that and more focus on collectibles and Funko Pops and things like that. But again, it's not working.
So it's Blockbuster in the era of Netflix.
Yeah, and I think that what Rayn Cohen, with Chewy, you couldn't download bags of dog food. There's certain things that you could not disintermediate in terms of how you get that product to the consumer. Yeah. And here, there's a fundamental change in this industry where you don't have to have that cartridge or whatever. I don't know what you call it these days. A cartridge, a disc or whatnot. You don't need that piece of plastic.
Is the meme king going to lose his crown, or is it gone already? I mean, I can't help but wonder when I look at Bed Bath, when I look at GameStop, which is now kind of sputtering, and his involvement has made things worse and not better. And you just wonder, are his fans or his followers going to ultimately feel very betrayed?
You will find plenty of people who still call him Papa Cohen on Reddit. There's definitely the big fans still of Rayn Cohen, but I think that the tide changed a little bit after he sold out of his Bed Bath & Beyond stake. That's when people started really thinking, were we just the victim of a rug pull here?
Yeah,
Did he just lead us into it, and then we're left holding the bag? So it's a little bit mixed in terms of his legacy as an activist investor. Who knows right now, right? As an entrepreneur, yes, he was brilliant. As an activist investor, he hasn't yet found success.
And no color yesterday on what his plan is moving forward. Obviously, the NFT thing hasn't worked out. They canceled the earnings call, so we have no idea.
And he just tweeted, not for long.
Exactly.
That's not helpful.
Yeah, very, very
That's not
very
very
callous, right?
Exactly.
Dismissal of an executive.
Exactly. Guys, thank you.
All righty, quick programming note. The Making of the Meme King, the new CNBC documentary that profiles Rayn Cohen's rise to fame, will air tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern. It is also available anytime. Anytime
you want it.
Melissa, thank you. Steve, thank you.
All right. But anyway, I show you that because I've heard that narrative before where, remember that Melissa Lee, that was the lady who, in the red, this lady right here, she said something about, you can't download digital dog food, right? And I heard that from Yahoo Finance too. I think Brian Susie, the Yahoo Finance guy. They said that. So it's almost like there's talking points here, and it's like the same point of attack, right? Bed Bath & Beyond, and you can't replicate the success of Chewy, because that was his success, and this network was promoting them too before that, 4 years ago. And so, to switch that narrative, they have to character assassinate the guy. And therefore, that's why they give you these type of documentary. Every documentary is just attacking him based on his personality or based on what he invests in and all that stuff. It's always a negative spin to it, right? Again, we all know why that is. It's called a hit piece. The reason why they do that is because they don't want you to know what Rayn Cohen can do for GameStop. And he's actually a very successful activist investor. And that's why, they learned that from GameStop. He's in GameStop right now because he was successful at it. GameStop is still alive right now because of his success in pushing out certain people, restructure the company so that it's become better, structurally, that it could be scalable in the future and, for decades to come, right? Now, the Bed Bath & Beyond thing, I bet you anything, he probably saw the opportunity and thought that the leadership would follow through. But they never did. They never wanted to. And the leadership over there, obviously, they kind of learn how, if we don't push Rayn Cohen out, he's going to push us all out, right? Because they are there for a certain purpose. And we all know what the purpose is, right? And thanks to Marantz, we know all this information, right? And he was very vocal about this type of thing. And again, man, my heart goes out to him. And I hope he stays safe, his family is safe, and that the people who did this to him will deserve what they ask him for, doing this type of thing. Anyway, again, let me end by saying thank you, Marantz, for doing what you do. And please stay strong. All right, I'm gonna head out. I thank you all, Jay and Lynn, for coming in and support the channel. Hi, DRS, Jimmy, hello, what's up? I know, thank you so much for coming in at the last minute. But I'm just doing this live stream to support Marantz because he's going through what he's not supposed to be getting through this. I feel sorry for the guy, but he's strong and I'm just supporting him from afar. All right, thank you guys. Okay, bye.